The Bauchi State Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning has held a one-day training aimed at enhancing budgetary process and implementation drive. The training brought together participants across all the ministries and departments. Among others, the State Commissioner for Budget, Economic Planning and Multilateral Coordination, Amina Katagun, said the objective of the training is to keep participants abreast on the 2026 budget. Declaring the event open, Bauchi State Governor, represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Alhaji Aminu Hamayo, appreciated the Ministry for organizing the training, which he described as necessary as the state begins 2026 budgetary process. He said it is important to equip the key players with all the knowledge required, particularly the legal framework that guide the budget preparations up to the implementation stage. During the training, some paper presentations were made by the guest speaker, as well as questions and answer sessions from participants to improve their understanding of data, budget preparation, and implementation for sustainable growth.
To begin with, we've just held a one-day training for commissioners, permanent secretaries, and chief executive parastatals. This training has become necessary in order to acquaint our commissioners and chief executives with the budget processes. As the name implies, the budget is all about the processes. The training is all about the processes, procedures, and implementation of the budget. We have brought all these people together so that they will be acquainted with the processes. As it is, we have budget preparations in the past, and moreover, we have just upgraded our SMART model. We are using the budget processes and implementation. That is why we thought it's very important for us to bring this group of people, that is the commissioners, chief executive officers, and permanent secretaries, to be aware of the upgrade we've had in our budget model, and so that we have a seamless budget as we used to have.
The Bauchi State Government has disbursed the sum of 70 million naira to the Ministry of Livestock Development in the state to enforce the right of way for animals and also allocate 500 hectares of lands to the Federal Ministry of Livestock Development in Bauchi State. The Bauchi State Commissioner, Ministry of Livestock Development, Dr. Bala Musa Luske, stated the ministry is in contact with the National Bureau of Statistics and Bauchi State Office of Statistics to create standard figures of livestock in the state. The Ministry of Livestock Development was created early this year by Governor Bala Mohammed to boost animal husbandry and job creation across the state.
Intends to develop our ministry to strategize it so that it goes in line with the objective of the federal government. That will give us a free flow, seamless success in collaboration and implementation of our own project. So we paid a courtesy visit to the minister, and he appreciated our visit. As a result, on our return, he requested for 5,000 hectares of land in Bauchi State for the production of pasture for the benefit of farmers, not only in Bauchi State, but even for our neighboring state, to see and emulate what they are doing for them to practice in their own areas, so that the livestock sector can be enhanced. And in addition to that is the issue of this hardest farmers conflict. What are these problems? The grazing reserve have been encroached. Movement routes called stock route have been blocked by farmers. Even on the highways, it's right of way for animals to move. It has been blocked by farmers. Farmers are farming right to the bank of the main quarter. So animals are finding it difficult. They have to move on the main road, causing a lot of crises, accidents. People are dying, animals are dying. So on arrival, we say, well, the first thing is for us to create way for these animals to move, especially those on migration. So we wrote a memo to His Excellency to give us the chance to establish the right of ways. What we are saying is, in all highways, 30 meters from the center of the road to the left and right of it, it's supposed to be free. No farming, no housing, no any structure. But all these have been encouraged. So we requested for His Excellency to give us the opportunity to establish this high of ways, to ensure that every farmers are not farming on that area, so that animals will have free flow along the highways without working on the main road that is causing accident. So we wrote to him. He approved 75 million for us, as I'm speaking to you, for that exercise, and we intend to cover about 1,451 kilometers across the state for this exercise. Any moment from now, we are going to start that exercise. So by that doing, we believe we would smoothen the relationship and the crisis that is happening between farmers and herders. Bauchi State, when Ministry of Livestock was created, the Livestock Department, including fisheries, moved into the new ministry. And for the first time in history, we have sent our staff to there is one school of oceanography in Port Harcourt, where we are now sending, we will send about 3 batches of this staff for a training. They have never gotten that experience until now. So the first set have gone, they return, the second set have gone, and now the third will be going in next month. It's the first time we have ever gotten this opportunity. That specialized in breeding. It's a lady, so he invited her to Bauchi State. She came to Bauchi State last month. When she came, we went around all the state with her. We inspected the different system of management in the state. We went to Ghana Ranching Company, we went to Bauchi Meat Factory, we went to Soluba. Is a community purely for the Fulani people that organize themselves. And they are doing a lot of things positively in line with the current modern practice of production. We visited them. There are other proposed sites for the same project in Shiran local government. We went there. She visited market, cattle market, our nomadic Fulani huts. We visited some of the huts. She inspected, she interviewed them. The objective of the MO is for her to go to understand our system of production in such a way that she can propose a better way and upgrade the standard of our production to meet international level. That is the only way investors will come and invest in the livestock sector. If assuming now we have one major problem in the livestock sector, our people, when the butchers, somebody can inject his animal with a drug today, and the following day he will slaughter it for consumption. That is not the ideal practice. That practice, by the time you slaughter this animal, this drug is still active in the body of the animal. If humans consume it, it result to resistance. Because the drugs we are using, they are almost the same thing with that of the human. So it is creating resistance to most of the microorganisms that are causing problem in human and other animals. So ideally, it's not supposed to be slaughtered. It's not supposed to be consumed until after the time. In most cases, it takes about 2 weeks after injection or 3 weeks before the drug will leave the body of the animal and to become safe for consumption. So these are some of the examples. You want to upgrade that. We want to upgrade also our production system. The way the Fulani people are now producing milk, we need to upgrade even the potentials of our animals. Currently in the world, there are animals that are producing about 123 liters of milk per day. A single cow producing 123 liters of milk per day. But here in Nigeria, the highest you can get is maybe some majority are producing at the level of 1 to 2 liters per day. There are few that are producing up to 4. Very few, negligible, are producing up to 6 liters or 8 liters per day. But if you look at the gap, our people are only just suffering with this animal. They are not getting the benefit of what they are doing. So these are some of the things we want to upgrade it so that our herders will get more milk. They will produce calves that will grow faster within a short time to reach slaughter age, to reach slaughter weight that can give them more money instead of leaving your animal 5, 7, 8 years before slaughtering. At 2, 3 years, the animal is good. It can reach up to 200 to 300 kg, which is also good for slaughtering and very good for tender for consumption. So these are some of the practices we want to upgrade, and then we want to introduce new system of production using pasture. Currently, there is a pasture that a hectare of that pasture, 1 hectare, can cater for about 20 to 30 heads of dairy cow for a whole year, 1 hectare with irrigation. With that, I think if you can have 30 heads of dairy cows that can give you even 40 to 50 liters of milk per day, I think it's enough for you to give you and even support the society and create works for the people. Against what we are now witnessing, they are only considering number without considering the value of the animals. So I want to introduce some of these things so that they will stop moving from one place to the other. We will settle them so that we can have free environment, peaceful environment without crisis, without this improvement of the lifestyle. We intend to do that through we want to upgrade the potential of the community. The best way to do it is we are going to use artificial insemination. That is using semen of exotic breeds of cattle to crossbreed with local breeds. And then if you do that, the animal will have the ability to withstand the harsh weather we have here, to resist from the diseases we have here, and then the production will increase much higher than what the original dam is producing. So these are and if you are going to use embryo transfer, embryo is a fetus that has been fertilized, and then you just transfer it to the cow here, or local animal, will just accommodate the fetus, nurture it to maturity, deliver it. But the production status of the fetus is exactly as of the parent stock, that is a foreign breed, the exotic breed you use. So if the exotic breed is producing, say, 40 liters in America or Brazil, we would expect a fetus that a calf that was born through embryo transfer will produce similar quantity of milk for them. So it is an easier way of introducing pure breeds without bringing the bull or the bamboo, including schools, including hospitals for human, in addition to that of animals. There will be roads in that area, there will be feed mills, there will be pasture, and then all these activities for upgrading to the potential of animals, the services will be there, will be available at that place. It's one sports center for livestock development. So, the whole Nigeria, only 2 states were selected for that, Bauchi and Kano State. And for Bauchi, we have completed all that we were supposed to do at the state. We have given the report to the World Bank. We are expecting their response. We have already allocated 200 hectares of land for that project at Galambi Ranching Company. So we are waiting for structure. There will be drainages, there will be offices, there will be clinic, there will be fenced to ensure that all animals that are brought in there are handled effectively without any problem, so that they will have a conducive environment. The marketers, the traders, the buyers, the sellers, including the herders that are bringing the animal, they will have a conducive environment to operate successfully. Our Bauchi Meat Product Company, this part of this that is in the state, we are going to the project will conduct a feasibility studies to ensure to see what is functioning, what is not functioning, and what should be done. A lot of people now are applying for collaboration through PPP and all that, so that they can sign with the state government to start operating in that place, so that they can export meat from Nigeria. There are a lot of market outside. So that place I would like to follow. I'm sure, inshallah, within the next 1 year, you will be surprised. There will be a complete change from what is being obtained there. The achievements are numerous, especially under that project. We can spend a long time mentioning them one after the other: pasture development, clinic development, training of livestock, and other things. Then on our own part of the ministry, we have realized to enable us achieve this, our target is our local herders. that we want to settle them. We want to settle them, educate them, give them opportunity, empower them, give them the infrastructure so that they can produce maximally within their own state without moving out. So how are we going to do that? As a ministry, we sat down and we said, okay, for us to achieve that down to the grassroots, we need to have a structure that we can make contact with them. Therefore, we are now embarking that we must form cluster in almost every ward in Bauchi State. That is our target in the next 2 years, to ensure that every ward will have a cluster for the livestock rearers. In every cluster, we intend to provide them with source of water, source of pasture, and a source of health facility, so that they can settle down. Then the intervention we want to do, upgrading the potential of their animals and other things, can be done easily.
Governor Bala Mohammed has presented car gift to officials of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) Bauchi State Chapter. The beneficiaries include the zonal and local government chairman of the party. Presenting the gift, the state governor was represented by the Honorable Commissioner, Bauchi Ministry for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Isa Babayo Tilde. The vehicles are expected to facilitate easy movement and engagement between the party leaders and electorate, thereby strengthening the party's presence in the state. The governor emphasized the importance of strong and effective party structure in achieving electoral success. He urged the party officials to make optimal use of the vehicles to contribute to the party's success at all levels. The beneficiaries expressed their gratitude to the governor for his kind and thoughtful gesture. Also pledged their continued support and loyalty to his administration.
Yeah, har ma ban da kalma da zan faɗa, amma duk da haka saboda farin ciki tun farko da ne bayani a madadin su ɗan wana non-working committee na jami'ar PDP na jihar Bauchi mu 25, wanda wannan alheri ya same mu mun gabatar da godiya wa Allah subhanahu wataala, wanda kuma shi ya kaddari ya zaba mana gwamna haziki mai tausayin talakawa mai bukata a ci gaba, wanda ya tunaninsa da fatansa ya taba motocin nan don mu yi aiki wa jam'iyya da kuma 'ya'yan jam'iyya ta jihar Bauchi. Gaskiya muna godiya masa, muna fata Allah ya ƙara ɗaukaka, Allah ya kai shi matsayin da ba ma tsammani daga ciki shine ya zama shugaban ƙasar Najeriya a 2027 insha Allah.
To alhamdulillah da girma gwamnatin jihar Bauchi sanata Bala Muhammad da sauran Bauchi ya gabatar da motoci wa 'ya'yan jam'iyyar PDP da kuma ciyamomi na jam'iyyar PDP da kowace lokal government guda 20. Na farko abin da za mu yi girma mai girma gwamnati shine mu masa addu'a, saboda da kowane lungu da sako da girma gwamnatin jihar Bauchi ya shiga kuma ya taba duk abin da ya kamata ya yi. Idan ka kama aikin hanyoyi ne ya yi, in ka kama rashin lafiya ne ya yi, in ka kama masallatai ya yi, in ka kama coci ma ya taimaka, duka ya yi. Babu abin da mai girma gwamnatin jihar Bauchi wanda bai yi shi ba. Ya kuma zo wajen hidimin more rayuwa wanda kyautata wa al'umma, ya ba da motoci, ya ba da kwamishinoni, aka ba da advisors, aka ba da 'yan siyasa da suka cancanta, aka ma bayar ma dukkan wanda ya cancanta a bashi, ya kuma dawo kan jam'iyya aka bayar. To mai girma gwamna abin da za mu masa sai dai mu masa godiya na alkhairi ko masa fatan alkhairi. Kuma mu a jam'iyyar PDP ya sani duk barakan cikin jam'iyyar PDP da yake national ya sani baraka shigo jihar Bauchi ba, saboda jihar Bauchi ta kaura ce, kuma jam'iyyar PDP a jihar Bauchi ta kaura ce, saboda babu wani wanda zai shigo cikin jam'iyyar PDP a jihar Bauchi ya kawo mana wani soki burutsu, ko kuma ya kawo mana wani hayaniya, ko kuma ya kawo mana wani abin da za a yi zagon kasa don a ci amanar mai girma gwamnatin jihar Bauchi. Inda mai wannan tunanin ma ya daina, dan mai girma gwamnatin jihar Bauchi ya kulla gida kuma yana kokarin dinke waje, shine alluran mai dinke jam'iyyar PDP ta kowace lungu da sako, ya gaba da gidansa kuma yana dinke kasa ga baki daya. To ba abin da zamu ce masa sai dai Allah ya saka alheri. Wannan kyautar motoci da ya raba ya bayar wa mutane daban-daban da mu kan, Allah ya saka masa alheri, kuma Allah ya bashi takarar jam'iyyar, ya bashi takarar shugabancin kasa na Najeriya a jam'iyyar PDP insha Allah.
Yau mun irin wannan zama ko rabe akalla an yi shi ya kusan 10 da an ba mu sarakuna, an ba mu kala-kala mutane, an ba mu wokin, an ba mu shugabanni, an ba mu dakatai, an ba kala-kala mutane, an ba su wani mamaci. So kuma duk sakon guda ne lalle su yi amfani da shi yadda ya dace kamar da faɗa baya, kuma su kiyaye, su bi doka, zauna lafiya da yan uwa, kuma inda ya kama kamar da aka taimake su ma su yi taimaka, domin in ana yi shi ne abin da dinga sauka kasa. Da wannan dai a cancan bayani da ke maka ƙaura shi ba mutum ne wanda za a tsaya ana dogon bayani ne a kansa ba, sai dai mun shaida mun kuma sani cewa duk kyanka duk kirkinka sai wani ya ce baka iya ba ko baka da kirki, amma ba za mu hana mai adawa ya adawarsa, amma shi talaka ya san me ake a ƙasa, kuma mutanen ƙasa sun san cewa tunda ake Bauchi har yanzu dai ba wani gwamna da ya fice irin nashi, kuma har yanzu muna nan jam'iyyar TAC da kuma shugabanni da stakeholders da muke da su na jiha, muna nan har yanzu ba wani ɗaya wanda ya rawan cewa zai bar. Alhamdulillah, wannan ya kamata mu ƙara godiya wa Allah, gode wa shi ma mai girma gwamnan jihar Bauchi, kuma masa fatan alkhairi, kuma muna nan muna biyayya gare shi. Duk 'yan takara su fito ranar da ya ce mana ga guda ɗaya da mu da wayanda ba su samu ba duk za mu yi munna, kuma za mu yi masa bashi goyon baya da ikon.
The management of Saadu Zungur University, Bauchi, has inaugurated a memorial lecture in honor of Nigeria's first Prime Minister, late Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. The first Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa Memorial Lecture with the theme Peace as an Inspiration for National Development was organized by the Center for Peace and Security Studies in the university. The Vice-Chancellor, Saadu Zungur University, Professor Fatima Tahir, said as an institution, the university would continue to organize such lecture series for knowledge sharing, societal growth and development. The chairman of the occasion and speaker, Bauchi State House of Assembly, Honorable Abubakar Y. Suleiman, said the lecture series of this nature should be sustained to enable youth emulate the leadership principles and qualities of the late Prime Minister. Chairperson, Bauchi State Orphans and Vulnerable Children Agency and daughter of the late Prime Minister Hajia Yelwa Abubakar Tafawa Balewa appreciated the organizers for the recognition, stressing that their family is always proud of the sterling performance of their late father.
Our university, named after the visionary Govt Saadu Zungur, is proud to inaugurate this lecture series in memory of another illustrious son of Bauchi, Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, Nigeria's first and only Prime Minister.
Today, as we commemorate his memory, we also recognize a gap in our collective consciousness. It is hard to believe that while many of his contemporaries, such as Ahmadu Bello Ezedona of Sokoto, Malam Aminu Kano, chief and pivotal role he played in shaping Nigeria's history, this is the first time is such an event is being held to honor his legacy and prominently highlight his contribution to our nation building.
Speak on a very important issue. Peace is a national asset, and about a man whose name resonates with greatness, our own, the late Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, Nigeria's first and only Prime Minister. A statesman of impeccable character, of rare wisdom, an orator of profound eloquence, and a leader of unparalleled integrity, who embodied the virtues of humility, unity, and service to the nation, the African continent, and to humanity at large. His commitment to peace and national cohesion was a political strategy and a deeply held philosophy that shaped his everyday life. As a leader, he sought to mend divisions rather than exploit them, build bridges rather than walls, and unite rather than divide. His life and leadership are a guiding light of hope, a model of selfless service, and a reminder of the values upon which a just and peaceful society must be built. His immense respect, both at home and abroad, reinforcing his legacy as a great leader, peacemaker, and nation builder. His contribution to Nigerian history, national development, the African continent, and world peace are monumental and far-reaching. His influence continues to inspire us today. Although I was barely a year old when he was tragically taken from us.
Well, that's a wrap on this week's edition of Bauchi in Focus. Join us next time for more updates on governance, development, and leadership in Bauchi State. I am Ibrahim Ismail. Thanks for watching.